Namaste, friends, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are at this moment. This is your astrologer friend, Rajiv Nath. Now back with you almost on a daily basis, after a long layoff due to personal reasons that I had already announced. So, as you would be aware, over the last week, I have been announcing my new courses that I'm going to start, that I plan to start this month only. I plan to start in the third week of May 2022, depending on formation of the batches. I think my KP batch is almost formed. I just need one or two more students. So आज मैंने डिसाइड किया कि चलिए एक बार और एक मैं अपना वीडियो एक डालूं रिगार्डिंग माय कोर्स एंड उसके साथ में जो मेरा स्टाइल है एक डेमो वीडियो on KP on a selected subjects, combinations for leaving a job. नौकरी कैसे छूटती है या आप कैसे छोड़ते हैं उस पर एक कॉम्बिनेशन जो कि मेरे पास केस अभी एक दो दिन पहले आया था फॉर he is also one of my prospective students who gave up his left his job voluntarily. He gave up his job. So पहले तो मैं आपके साथ वो शेयर करता हूँ. आई शेयर अ स्क्रीन जिसमें आई टॉक ब्रीफली अबाउट माय कोर्स. ओके एंड ब्रीफली जस्ट ये मैं आपको अपने कोर्स के बारे में बता देता हूँ बिकॉज आई हैव बीन रिसीविंग मेनी इंक्वायरीज. जब से मैंने अनाउंस किया है आई हैव बीन रिसीविंग मेनी इंक्वायरीज. सो आई थॉट जस्ट लेट मी ये दिस इज यू कैन सी हियर फीस हमने लिख दिया है. वैदिक कोर्स की 15,000 रुपए है. फीस फॉर केपी इज 15,000 फॉर students from India. Fees for foreign students for who will join from abroad, उनके लिए $US 4,000 है. और वीडियो सेट्स भी हमारे पास अवेलेबल हैं हमारे पास्ट क्लासेस के केपी और वैदिक दोनों के. तो उनका कॉस्ट जो है ये आप देख लें यहाँ पर 12,000 रुपीज है. केपी का 12,000 और वैदिक का केपी का 12,000 और वैदिक का भी 12,000. और फॉरेन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए $US 250. ओएस मतलब ओवरसीज स्टूडेंट्स. तो ये ब्रीफली हमने एक ये दिया है. सिलेबस तो मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस कर चुका हूँ. सी दिस इज क्या मैं पढ़ाऊंगा केपी में. वैदिक मैं बहुत बार वैदिक डिस्कस कर चुका हूँ, सिलेबस भी डाल चुका हूँ. बट ब्रीफली जस्ट ये क्या मैं पढ़ाऊंगा केपी में यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ है. व्हाट इज केपी, हाउ इट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम वैदिक एंड व्हाई मोर एक्यूरेट, व्हाई केपी इज easier to master. Vedic you will never master even if you spend your lifetime studying it. KP you can learn in 3 months and master with constant practice. Timing of events in Vedic with precision is not possible. In KP you can predict events to the precise minute. I specialized in BTR, which is birth time rectification. Is it possible in Vedic to construct the horoscope of a person who does not know any particulars of his birth? थोड़ा मुश्किल है. In KP, this is possible, and I shall teach you this. Regarding the theory of sublord, a lot of confusion exists. Absolute clarity regarding the role of sublord is given in my course. Confusions regarding ruling planets will be cleared. Rahu and Ketu pose a lot of confusions, which will be clarified. तो ये मैं पढ़ाता हूँ. ये बहुत शॉर्ट में मैंने अपना कोर्स दिया हुआ है. डिटेल कोर्स यू कैन फाइंड इन माय सिलेबस व्हिच आई हैव बीन putting in all my past videos. अभी जो 2-3 दिन पहले मैंने वीडियोस दिए हैं उसमें कोर्स है. फिर परसों मैंने आई हैव हेल्ड 2 इंट्रोडक्टरी फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट क्लासेस जिसमें कि इट वाज लॉन्ग सेशंस. 1 घंटे 1.5 घंटे का सेशन था where students from India and abroad also joined me. उसमें भी मैंने सिलेबस को काफी डिटेल में डिस्कस किया हुआ है. एंड तो एनीवे ये आप देखते रहे, इसको देख लीजिएगा. मेरे टेलीफोन नंबर्स यहाँ नीचे दिए हुए हैं. यू कैन गेट इन टच विथ मी. व्हाट्सएप का भी नंबर है और मेरा दूसरा भी टेलीफोन नंबर है. तो ये तो रही कोर्स की बात जो मैं शुरू करने जा रहा हूँ. और एक आज हमने एक डेमो वीडियो जो मैंने आपसे अभी बताया, डेमो वीडियो मैंने एक बस वेरी शॉर्ट वीडियो. आई डोंट मेरे स्टूडेंट्स की बड़ी कंप्लेन रहती थी कि मैं ना मेरे वीडियोस बहुत लंबे होते हैं, तो आई प्लान टू सॉर्ट ऑफ उसको मैं कटेल करना चाहता हूँ, एंड आई वांट टू मेक माय वीडियोस वेरी शॉर्ट। तो दिस इज, देखिए ये एक वीडियो आपके सामने, ये स्क्रीन अभी खुल रही होगी आपके सामने। ये केपी में कॉम्बिनेशंस फॉर लीविंग अ जॉब। आप जॉब कर रहे हैं तो नौकरी कैसे छूटती है या कैसे वॉलंटरली हम छोड़ते हैं। तो ये एक अभी मेरे सज्जन हैं, ही इज गोइंग टू बी माय स्टूडेंट आल्सो। उन्होंने ही told me that he left his job in September 2021. तो अब मैंने उनका, I asked him for his horoscope. He gave me his horoscope. अभी आप देखिए, इसको मैंने केपी से एनालाइज किया है। क्या उन्होंने कैसे, what were the combinations that obtained in his horoscope when he left his job। अभी आप देखेंगे कैसे डेस्टिनी, कैसे डेस्टिनी ये लिखा रहता है, something that is going to happen with us। तो ये कॉम्बिनेशन फॉर लिविंग अ जॉब, दिस इज द चार्ट, दिस इज बर्थ चार्ट। ये विंशोत्तरी दशा है जब उन्होंने नौकरी छोड़ी। ये लेफ्ट साइड में प्लैनेटरी पोजीशन है, कास्टल पोजीशन है, एंड दिस इज द हाउस वाइज केपी टेबल ऑफ सिग्निफिकेटर्स। व्हाट आर द कॉम्बिनेशंस फॉर लिविंग। ये मैं वीडियो बना रहा हूँ प्रिज्यूमिंग दैट you know KP, okay, you know KP. Even if you don't know KP, this is how I'm going to teach you. Combinations for leaving a job are the acting together of the first house, the fifth house, and the ninth house. Is why? Because first house is the negating house to the second house, fifth is the negating house to the sixth house, and ninth house is the negating to the 10th house. KP में it is said, कृष्णमूर्ति जी ने कहा था 2, 6 and 10 जब when they act in tandem, then one gets a job. So for leaving a job, the 12th to these houses, that is first, fifth, and ninth houses, when they act in tandem, one might leave his job. Here I have a slight reservation. थोड़ा सा मैं change आपको बताऊंगा। मैं I don't consider the second house as very important, as one of the one of the houses which must act for you to get a job. No, I don't, because second house is it is the house of status, accumulated wealth, etc., etc. वो इनकम एज सच का, रेगुलर इनफ्लो ऑफ इनकम एज सच का घर नहीं है, वो accumulated wealth का घर है। बट एनीवे, कृष्णमूर्ति जी यूज्ड टू से इट। एंड मोर ओवर देन फर्स्ट हाउस जो हम कहते हैं कि फॉर लीविंग अ जॉब, फर्स्ट हाउस ऑल्सो प्लेज अ पार्ट। It does play a part, but then first house is not, you see, it is not a negative house as such. This has been my research, okay? I'll speak more of it anyway. But anyway, the first house did act, okay, when he left his job. So maybe unki accumulated wealth kuch kam ho gayi hogi, something must have happened. It does, negate the second house, which is not, it is not the house of recurring income, regular flow of income nahi hai, it is the house of accumulated wealth. But anyway, Krishnamurti ji said that when 1, 5 and 9 act in tandem, then one leaves a job, okay, one can leave a job. उसमें और भी factors हैं, the sublord factor is there, you'll see how the sublord plays a role. So this gentleman left his job in September 2021 as he informed me. Okay, now Mahadasha of Sun and Antardasha of Rahu. This was the Dasha period that was running when he gave up his job. Now see, Sun is in the fifth. Now fifth, you see, sixth stands for a job. जब sixth आपका act करेगा, house grouping में 6 और 10 जब act करेंगे in tandem, then you get a job. So when fifth is acting, okay, without the sixth also acting simultaneously, then you leave your job. You leave your job, and if the sixth is not acting at that time, it is not activated rather at that time, then immediately you don't get a new job. So Sun ki inki Mahadasha chal rahi thi. Sun Mahadasha was running. Sun is in the fifth. You can see from the table of significators here that Sun is sitting in the fifth house in its own star. Okay, in its own star, thus signifying the fifth house very strongly at the stellar level, star level isko kehte hain. And its sublord is Moon. It is in the sub of Moon. You can see from here, from the table, the sublord of Sun is Moon. What does moon signify? And in the sub of moon signifying the ninth house. See, this is the ninth house. So moon, fifth and ninth combination is a sure shot combination कि आप नौकरी छोड़ने जा रहे हैं या चेंज करने जा रहे हैं. चेंज करेंगे जब साथ में सिक्स्थ और टेंथ भी एक्टिवेटेड है, बट हियर सिक्स्थ और टेंथ उस समय एक्टिवेटेड इनका नहीं था. Only fifth and ninth were activated. So he left the job. Okay. Sun also owns the first house. Okay. Now the first house, as I have my reservation, but still Sun also owns the first house, as you can see from the table of significators, and it is in its own star. Therefore, it signifies the first house very strongly. First house essentially is not a bad house since it is the Lagna. But anyway, when it comes to job, it may play a part, but it is not that, it will, if it is not signifying, it is the Mahadasha Lord. So it is not that if it is not signifying 6th and 10th, फिर से job नहीं मिलेगा. If it is signifying first, if it is signifying the Lagna, which is an auspicious house, one can get a job again. We'll talk about that later. We are not talking about his getting a job again here. Only we are seeing the combination, why he left the job, how KP acts, and how the sublord in KP acts. So first, and there is no other planet in the first, and Sun is in its own star. Thus very strongly signifying first also. Rahu, the Antardasha Lord, okay, is in the fifth. See, Rahu again, you can see it is in the fifth. And it is untenanted. Untenanted matlab there is no planet sitting in Rahu star. Thus signifying fifth very strongly. Signifying the fifth very strongly. And it is also in its own sub. The sublord of Rahu is again sub. So again, ninth ko bahut strongly signify kar raha hai. The Pratyantardasha Lord was Saturn. The Pratyantardasha Lord throughout September. I don't know the exact date. He has not told me when he left his job. So, but the Antardasha Lord throughout September, or for a good part of September, was Saturn. Okay, throughout September and some part of October was Saturn, signifying first, fifth, and ninth. You can see from here, Saturn significator tables ko dekhiye. First, fifth may you'll find Saturn, and then ninth again you find Saturn at the B level. So everything, 1, 5, and 9, 1, 5, and 9, all the three planets, the Mahadasha Lord, the Antardasha Lord, and the Pratyantardasha Lord, they were signifying 1, 5, and 9 in tandem at that given time. Okay, so he left his job. All job leaving houses, 1, 5, and 9 are activated, hence the event. Now, Abhi iska, so he left the job, okay? He left this job of his own volition, as he told me. But one thing, let me tell you, I don't know kya karan tha. They may have been some pressure from his employer's side. I wouldn't know, but I have slight doubts because Rahu is also signifying the 12th house. So I have some doubts that there may have been, an indirect hint or something that, okay, you leave the job. There may have been an hint, okay? Because when 12th also is activated, then one is asked to leave the job. He said he was not asked to leave, he left it of his own volition, but then there may have been some pressures on him. That's all that I can. And now I'm not talking about his getting a new job, but then now Rahu, Antardasha is over at the moment. Now, abhi unka Sun में Jupiter चल रहा है. Sun में Jupiter चल रहा है. He will get a job now in this. इनको Jupiter की अंतरदशा में उनको नौकरी दूसरी मिलेगी. I am not discussing that here. I'll discuss that later on. This was just, I don't want to make the video very long. मैं बहुत लंबा नहीं बनाना चाहता हूँ. तो ये नौकरी छोड़ने का ये कॉम्बिनेशन कृष्णमूर्ति पद्धति में होता है. इसको हम वैदिक से भी देख सकते हैं. We will see. When I make a video on the same chart through Vedic, then I will show you how the Vedic also justifies his leaving the job. Okay, so that's it, friends, for today. See you tomorrow. Okay, then. Okay, and have a good day and thanks for watching. And do join my course. Okay. एंड वंस अगेन बिफोर आई साइन ऑफ, वो मैं एक बार स्क्रीन में फिर से डाल देता हूँ आपके सामने. आई जस्ट leave it for some time for you. You can click a photo of this and keep it, because this will, I will end the video now. You can take a photo of this and keep it if you want the details saved in that photograph. इसको आप save कर लीजिएगा, and you can get in touch with me. My telephone numbers, fees वगैरह, all details are there. Any further clarification, कुछ और आपको clarification चाहिए तो आप हमसे telephone पे बात कर सकते हैं. So now I'm going to end the video. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you in my